Hey comrades, what's up? We're here to talk about a little roguelike game that I played by accident called The Last Song. But I played it, so now we're going to talk about it. Not for very long, this is not going to be one of those like 3-hour long videos I do for Shining Force. This is 5-10 minutes max. Alright, so what is The Last Song? The Last Song is a roguelike game, strategy game, with like some base building stuff. And it's alright. I do not like rogue games like at all. I don't think I played a single one where I was like, yes, this is what I like. I don't enjoy like redoing things and getting slightly stronger. I'm definitely more of a story guy over anything else, right? Obviously that's why I have these channels and do this thing and talk about this shit all the time. Because I want to talk about the story. And I like the story, and that's what kind of keeps me going. And the gameplay's got to be... That's the thing. The gameplay doesn't even really have to be there. I play a lot of fucking gaming novels, erotic novels. And like I enjoy them thoroughly, as long as they have a good story. And so like I really don't need that much to be content. But the rogue games they're all gameplay all the time. It's like playing multiplayer like shooter or whatever. Right? It's just like that has no interest in it for me at all. I would even say the first-person shooter multiplayer games I have more of interest as long as I'm playing with other people that like I'm hanging out with bros. But like rogue style games, roguelike games, whatever they are, I've tried a lot over the years, and occasionally I'll like wander back in, so I'll hear one's really good, and I'll just be bored to death. I have no interest in playing it, so that's the thing. So like I said, we're gonna talk a little bit about the story real quick, and then and then that's it. But like I can see why people like it. People like love this game. Some guy in like fucking Steam forums was talking about he played this game for like 150 hours. And I was like, but after like 1 hour, I was already bored. I was already like, all right, this goes. Because to me, it's just like it's so much grinding, and yeah, there's some preparation and planning and stuff, but it's just not for me. Whatever. Anyway, so it starts off and it says war. War never changes. Now, what does it really say? It says for centuries the world has been engulfed in war. Elves fight dwarves, dwarves fight humans, orcs fight everybody. The common folk, they die, and at some point an archmage came up with made this discovery of this like ultimate spell that was essentially like a nuclear bomb, and then it used it on like this town, and it killed everybody. It was like this blue crazy nonsense. And the name of the town he used it on was called Glinfin, which is the first town you get like access to unless you got the DLC. You can play like the Dwarf town if you really want to like challenge yourself. And he was hoping that he would use it and then it would end all wars, but in reality, let's see, it left purple flame and like a purple mist or whatever, and then the king's family, this nearby kingdom, the king's family was like in the town when it got destroyed, and so he had his mages like research the same spell, so then they started using it, then everyone started using it. It killed like 700,000 people in like one shot in this other town. And at some point, the explosions, constant fear, and then it just stopped, and the war ended. But now there's only annihilation. And then when the silence finally came at nighttime, creatures called crawlers, which are like fancy zombie undead creatures, they started showing up. And so at some point, like a fighter named the Commander took charge. He created some havens, like Glinfin. And then the mages that were like left were trying to find a way to like get their redemption. And so they started searching, and they found a spell called the Last Spell, which was to sever all magical ties to like the runic nexus, which would like seal up this purple goo and allow people to just like live in peace, not have to worry about anything anymore. So then like night after night after night, endless hordes of monsters come, and you gotta like figure out how to do it. So the game starts off, you get like a little tutorial where you have to lose because they fucked up. And then you can start playing. And like I said, you start with Glinfin. There's 4 levels. There's like Lake something. I didn't do that. I literally looked this up because I was like, I can't be bothered to like play this, because it took me like a couple hours and I cheated the shit out of this game, but it still took me a couple hours to just get through like Glinfin. And I was like maxed out everything with like all my stuff and like all these cheats and like everything turned on. And the roguelike stuff is that there's these 2 creatures, Ferric and something else, like the purple guy and the yellow guy, and whatever you earn from them you carry forward forever, and so that's how you kind of get stronger and play. So when you lose, you can keep going off. And then the game, after you play through like the 4 levels, then those 2 guys like rebel against you, and then you have to fight them in some like large arena where you just like fight, and you have to destroy like the 4 pillars, and then once you do, you destroy them, and then you find out that the commander you've been playing the whole time is the guy who discovered the magic spell in the first place. Whoa! Yep, that's him. He's redeeming himself, and then he's able to like cast the last spell and destroy like all the magic and all the runic connections, which destroys those 2 guys that were kind of helping you out. Those 2 like ethereal beings, like the purple guy and the yellow guy. So that's what they wanted to fight against you, because they wanted you to stop. Because they got created when you first created that spell. They kind of like were judging man or something. I don't know. So then victory, I guess. So that's the game. yeah, like I said, I don't know if there's much else to say or anything else down about those. Yeah, I played through the first town, and it took forever, just because everything takes forever in this game. And then I was like, oh, called it. So yeah, that's the last song. If you like roguelike games and you like a little bit of strategy, I'm sure you will love this game. If you don't like rogue stuff, or if you don't like rogue stuff, do not play this game. It was so boring. But yeah, there you go. That's the last song. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe, comment. Catch you guys later.